spears and other kinds of implements for violence. And Donald Trump's attitude was just, let's wave them on in and get those metal detectors out of the way because they're slowing down the growth of my crowd, which is going to be exhorted and incited to march on the U.S. Capitol.
So many. So little time.
That's
By the way,
good summary.
Yes. By the way, our friend AG at Mueller, she wrote, was saying, did everyone miss like the latest bombshell? Because we have so much bombshell fatigue. What Zoe Lofgren said.
Yeah.
This is the problem with investigating Trump and company. You're investigating initial crimes and then they keep criming.
Right.
So that there is never an end to the investigation.
Correct.
But here it is. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves. Zoe Lofgren revealed a fascinating detail uncovered by her colleagues on the House Select Committee. She said, as you know, in a prior hearing, we talked about the hundreds of millions of dollars the former president raised. Some of that money is being used to pay for lawyers for witnesses, and it's not clear that that arrangement is one that is without certain potential for some of coercion potential, for some of those witnesses. He's using, obviously, first of all, money he grifted, but to pay lawyers to coerce them not to cooperate.
Correct.
Just saying, more crimes in the crime lasagna. She said, let's just say this. It's a concern that anyone who is trying to dissuade or tamper with a witness should be on notice that that's a crime, and we are potentially prepared to provide any evidence we have to the proper authorities. I mean, that's what they're saying. Some of them got Trump-friendly attorneys.
Cassidy.
Meaning, right, and these threats saying,
yeah,
we know you're going to be loyal, or whatever, mob threat.
Cassidy had a Trump-friendly lawyer. And
yes,
then
yes,
she switched lawyers,
yes.
and that's where things started getting juicy on her.
Yes, when people decide they want to tell the truth, they get a real lawyer.
Yeah.
Right? And so, and here's the new thing we knew that would happen. So Cassidy Hutchinson, relentlessly attacked by the right and called a liar.
Over one aspect of the story.
And, Secret Service agent, what's his name, Tony Ornato, turns out to be the big liar.
Yeah.
And first of all, you don't get to say someone's a liar if they're testifying under oath and you're not.
Yeah.
Come say it under oath.
Exactly.
Right? He's about the biggest Trump up-your-ass sycophant you could get.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's and first of all, like we said yesterday, Trev, you're right, that's a small aspect. It's the more colorful, did he grab the wheel or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not the crux of what the case is about him. But that's what they're trying to do is undermine her by saying, oh, this thing isn't true. So obviously you can't believe anything she said.
Yeah.
First of all, why would she make that story up? She clearly told the truth about a lot of provable things. Why would she make up that Tony Ornato told her that story?
And she told it in such specific detail.
Yes.
And him saying, "Hey, come into the office."
Right. And whether they dispute,
Gossip Girl.
Did he grab the or was he choking me, or what is it? Just a hand on my shoulder, or what? It wasn't really an assault, or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. Was it a Rudy tap on the back? What was it? But you're right. That's not important
it's
at
not
all.
Material to the story because it's, and also it just goes to show what these guys were saying to her. That's what this is. She testified to what she was told by these two guys, and they could have been just gossip queens, blowing it up and making it sound more dramatic than it was.
Right. Carol Leonnig, who wrote the book, obviously the actual book on Trump, said Ornato's situation is not so great because he broke the usual conventions of the position in order to function as an acolyte and right-hand man to Trump. Here's the thing we were saying about Pence saying, I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Trumpy a lot of people in the Secret Service were. That even Mike Pence didn't trust them. You know why? Because he was afraid they weren't loyal. Forget to the country or the Constitution or the party even, to Trump. He needed people that were loyal to the cult of Trump.
Yeah, well,
that would overthrow the government and think that's fine.
Yeah, well, think about it too for a second. The Secret Service; those are the people who are arguably the closest to Trump, 24/7, all the time around him.
Yeah.
He had to coerce them into being Trumpy guys.
Right.
And they had to be loyal to him, otherwise he would have had them taken off their shifts and moved around. So it makes sense that they're all compromised.
Right. So this guy, as Carol Leonnig said, this is a person who worked as Trump's security detail leader, the number one guy protecting the boss. And the boss liked him so much, he installed him in a political White House job. That broke every Secret Service tradition in the book because he stayed as a Secret Service employee. But Trump essentially had him directing the Secret Service to make sure that all of its campaign events, all of his photo ops, everything he wanted to do to get reelected went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
That's a conflict right there, that he even did that, right? She noted that if he tries to claim Hutchinson's recollections of events didn't happen, Tony Ornato has said a lot of things didn't happen. He has tried to say to the press and to me indirectly that the clearing of Lafayette Square was not done for Trump's photo op. Well, that's not true, and he was at the center of that. She also referred to Olivia Troy, our friend of the Stephanie Miller Show, and Alyssa Farah, who've both painted Ornato as a liar. She said, I will just caution everybody. I've heard the Secret Service deny a lot of things that turned out to be true. So,
yeah.
And secondly, say it under oath.
Exactly.
Fine. Then under penalty of perjury, have the courage that she did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What did they, let's see. Olivia Troy defended Hutchinson. She said, she would have no reason to lie, and Ornato should make his denial under oath. What we just said. Alyssa Farah was also a Trump painted Ornato as an offending liar. She said Tony Ornato sure seems to deny conversations he's apparently had. First, this one with Keith Kellogg. That's in I Alone Can Fix It.
Yeah.
And now he's denying the story he told Cassidy Hutchinson. Those of us who worked with Tony know where his loyalties lie. He should testify under oath. Farah retweeted Troy and then added, Tony Ornato lied about me too during the protest at Lafayette Square in 2020. I told Mark Meadows and Ornato they needed to warn press staged there before clearing the square. Meadows replied, we aren't doing that. Tony later lied and said the exchange never happens. He knows it did. So,
Yeah.
But this is what the right wing now is using completely to try to debunk Cassidy, because they know how devastating.
Yes.
The fact that Steve Bannon is asking for a delay in his trial, they know how devastating this is, right?
He's terrified.
Right. Oh, and Ginny Thomas is too stressed out now to testify? This isn't convenient for her?
She's going through some stuff.
Yeah, Frangela won't have any thoughts about that tomorrow, but we'll ask them anyway.
Yeah.
She's a little stressed. Now's not good for her.
She got rumbly tumbly?
Yeah, something. She's got, right. Maybe she's seeing how it's going for other people that are, involved in the terrorist overthrow of the United States. Yeah, no big. So I love this. Steve Bannon's attorneys asked the trial be delayed, arguing the January 6th committee's hearings have gained too much publicity. It's weird how people seem to care about the seditious overthrow of the United States government.
Yeah.
I know. It doesn't seem like, right?
Get a little hot in their
seat. They wrote in Washington, D.C., where the trial will take place and where the acts alleged in the indictment took place. Every major media outlet treated the hearings as a top national news story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. So why? A terrorist attack on the United States Capitol. Since when is that news, Travis?
Since January 6th, because it never happened before that.
Wow. Okay. So you know me, the Baruch assault of justice.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what to make of this. Gives me a rumbly-tumbly. Gives me a Ginny Thomas-style rumbly-tumbly. The DOJ apparently felt blindsided by Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony. I know. I have some of the same thoughts as a lot of people. So we know that the panel did not provide them with videos or transcripts in advance, but it makes you ask, what is going on at the DOJ? I get it that there's almost, the way they're describing it, where is this? The Post says, Tuesday's hearing came at a critical moment in parallel investigations that will soon converge and possibly collide as the committee wraps up its public inquiry geared for maximum political effect, and the department intensifies a high-stakes investigation aimed at securing airtight convictions. We've talked about this in the past with Oliver North and not wanting to do anything that's going to screw up the criminal prosecution.
Yes.
So sometimes there is some of that, the competing, conflicting, whatever. But, future Senator Ruben Gallego, one of our personal favorites.
Right.
I believe he's dropped some, is it S or F-bombs on the show?
It was S-bombs.
Was it S-bombs? Yeah.
Yes.
We applaud that sort of thing. We encourage that sort of behavior.
Except for when our FCC
In fact,
license.
if future fashion bug consultant Kirsten Sinema would like to come on and drop some
fashion advice?
And promote the latest sales at Fashion Bug when she is former Senator Kirsten Sinema, we'd be happy to have her as well.
I hear they have great discount earrings if you get your ears pierced.
Yeah, or she would say some great discounts. Okay. Ruben Gallego said, we need some action from the DOJ and we need it now. We're in a time crunch now. Every day these criminals walk free is one more day of them evading justice. As we get closer to the midterm elections, I fear not acting will only empower the complicit Republicans more if they take power. Representative Hank Johnson tweeted today shows clear evidence from a brave insider who heard and saw a seditious conspiracy that included a compliant Mark Meadows and an unhinged Donald Trump. Merrick Garland, do your job. So I know our friends AG and Jody Hamilton counsel patience
I think
I encourage Veruca saltiness. Maybe we need both.
Daddy, I want it now!
Why not both?
Right.
I really do think what we're seeing, though, is DOJ has been working this case from the bottom up,
right.
starting with the low-level guys
right.
and getting to flip their way up.
Right.
And
yes.
we are getting to the lawyers
I said
now.
I will be first in line to apologize
right.
to Merrick Garland.
But the January 6th committee, they've started top down. They're really working the top side of this.
Well, and now they've subpoenaed Cipollone, which
yes.
Why doesn't he? He's like I didn't realize he's in the exact same role that John Dean was.
Yeah.
For history, man, you obviously did the right thing in the moment.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this is a different era, and whoever chose to work for Trump seems like a different cat, man.
Yeah.
As Sammy Davis would say. That's a current reference, isn't it, Sean? Did you know who that is?
Yes, barely.
He's a candy man, babe. Right? But what else would be the reason?
Yeah.
He clearly had the right instincts at the time. What did he say to her? If we go to the Capitol, we'll be charged with every crime imaginable.
Yes.
Like he knew what was going on.
Yeah, how bad this can be.
I don't know why. I mean, and again, maybe some of these people want the cover of a subpoena so they can say, I'm forced to cooperate. I didn't want to. I don't.
I believe
But why?
He put out a statement overnight. They were talking about on the Morning Joe this morning that he did say that he was waiting for the subpoena because everything so far it's been a voluntary ask.
Right.
So.
Right. And he has talked to them, which I don't sort of get. They said in the letter he's talked to them behind closed doors, but they obviously, particularly in the light of Cassidy's testimony, they need more.
Yeah.
And they need it publicly. And also, Baby's really mad about it, and I assume threw a lot of ketchup yesterday.
There's no ketchup left in Mar-a-Lago.
I guess this would technically be a statement from the high chair of the 45th president. That was funny. You missed that joke entirely. I've changed it to from the high chair of the 45th president.
I got it.
Sean, I get nothing around here. I mean, at least I get a smile from you.
I'm assuming they put all the ketchup in plastic bottles at Mar-a-Lago now.
The Unselect Committee is asking to interview the former White House counsel for dirt, even though that would set a terrible precedent for future presidents. No! He just put no in all caps, like Baby would. Is there some dishes crashing? I love that he capitalized just the one word. No! Has any parents out there ever heard that? I wonder if there was a build-up. Like sometimes there's a build-up. No! Not the mama. Oh, and he also said Baby didn't try to grab the wheel. You know what? He may have defense there with the tiny hands. How far could the tiny hands could not choke an MFer and grab a wheel, unless it was like a big wheel,
like
something.
A little Tonka truck.
Right. Like he doesn't know how to use the big steering wheel. He's got a little steering wheel. He's got the the one you give your kid to pretend they're driving next to you.
Oh, it's the one. It's the one they strap onto the back of the seat.
It's the one
when the kid's sitting in the back
It's the
seat.
Fisher-Price one that's next to the Fisher-Price nuclear codes.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Launch some, baby. Launch some more nukes. Here. It's a long drive. You're colicky. Here. Ooh, look who's driving. Ooh, pretend it's a truck.
I love trucks of all types.
Baby, go nuke North Korea. Do it. Oh, good one. Good. Okay. They gave the same one to Eric. I got the nuclear codes too, you guys. Look what I got. Okay.
We got 2-for-1 deal, so they could give one to Donnie and one to Eric.
I can't believe. Sean's, I don't know how long Sean's been gone. It's just, can you believe we're still talking about Donald Trump for the rest of our lives? Mm-hmm. Like it was over. We thought it was over, right?
It's not
He
over.
will forever be Glenn Close in the bathtub. Ann Archer is so late. I'm going to need some excuse slip, something from Ann Archer. Where are you with the, okay.
I don't understand that reference.
The end of Fatal Attraction. Oh, by the way, Sean, I realized that Carlos and I, we did spoiler alert on E.T. when I was saying, Jim Jordan is as gray as E.T. when he was dying in the creek. He doesn't really die. Oh, now I gave away 2 plot points on E.T. I am so sorry. Okay, you think he's dying, but he doesn't really. He comes back to life. Oops! Oh my God! I shouldn't have given away either parts of that.
I forgot the ending. It's been so long since
I've seen it was so emotionally manipulative. That's what broke me yesterday when we did them bringing Drew Barrymore into this hearing room for Jim Jordan, and that he goes and raises his hands like E.T.
You fell out of your chair. On air. People saw that on camera, Stephanie.